They're talking about suing the state of Connecticut for $100 million. What we're speaking about here specifically is the case of 11-year-old Jacqueline Mimi Torres-Garcia. Her body was found October 8th in a tote behind an abandoned building in New Britain. Police ended up arresting her mother, her mother's now ex-boyfriend, and her aunt in connection with her death. Her mother actually charged with murder. What we're talking about today, though, is this other case now in probate court where Mimi's estate is seeking $100 million in damages from the state of Connecticut. In particular, the Department of Children and Families, or DCF. And we have some of the paperwork here. We just got it a short time ago, and I'm going to give you some of the allegations that they talked about in here. The attorneys for the estate are saying that claiming DCF's negligence in entrusting the care and custody of Jacqueline Torres-Garcia to Carla Garcia, that's the mother, when it knew or should have known that doing so would expose Jacqueline Torres-Garcia to foreseeable and unreasonable risks of harm. Also, DCF's negligence in failing to perform adequate and proper background checks of Carla Garcia, the mother. DCF's negligence in failing to perform adequate safety and wellness checks on Jacqueline Torres-Garcia, that's Mimi. DCF's negligence in failing to remove Jacqueline Torres-Garcia from the care and custody of Carla Garcia, the mother, in a timely manner. DCF's negligence in failing to perform adequate and proper background checks of Carla Garcia's boyfriend, Jonathan Anita. DCF's negligence in failing to properly supervise the employees, officers, agents, and or servants of DCF who were involved in the case of Jacqueline Torres-Garcia, when it knew or should have known that failing to do so would expose Jacqueline Torres-Garcia to foreseeable and unreasonable risks of harm. DCF's negligence in failing to properly train the employees, officer, agents, and or servants of DCF. That could have to do with this video call where supposedly Mimi was doing a video call with DCF, but then it turned out that allegedly it was an imposter and Mimi had been dead for some time already. Also, DCF's negligence in prematurely closing the case involving Jacqueline Torres-Garcia and her family when it knew or should have known that doing so would expose Jacqueline Torres-Garcia to foreseeable and unreasonable risks of harm. Quite a bit here. We're going to have more on this, but we just wanted to share with you some of the things that were in this latest filing. Now, it's also important to know that you can't just sue the state of Connecticut. The way it works is you have to bring this now to what's called the Claims Commission. And the Claims Commission will decide if the case does have merit to go forward and the state should, in fact, be sued. So we also reached out to DCF about this, and it said it hasn't received this claim yet, but it said once it does, it will review it and determine the appropriate course of action. Of course, we want to hear from you. If you have any kind of information you think we need to start pursuing in this Mimi Torres-Garcia case, so please hit me with a DM.